Good everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we have a subscriber request by, again, I don't know how to say his name properly. I mean, he said it isn't cough, as in like you'd cough. It looks to me like a chuff, so like that's how you're supposed to say it or whatever. I'm not bothered. I'm just gonna say it's chuff because, well, yeah. And today he requested the Yak-2 KABB, which I'm not entirely sure what the cab designation stands for. But all I know is that this thing is basically a ground attack variant, or a ground attack attempt to make the Yak-2, before obviously the Yak-4 came around, into a ground pounder of sorts. Obviously, as you can see underneath the fuselage, you can see two big barrels, and obviously you won't see the little barrels. We're armed with two 20mm Shavak cannons and two 7.62 Shikast machine guns. Now, I used to fly this thing quite a lot when I was spading it, and even after I'd spaded it, because I just really enjoyed playing it. It was one of those vehicles that a lot of people think, oh, it's an attacker, I must use it as an attacker. Wrong. Massively wrong. You get an attacker spawn at about 200 something miles an hour, and this thing climbs like stink when you get it going and spaded and all that. I think my best game I had in this thing was the Ace against the Japanese, which was a really fun battle. It was against zeros and stuff like that, so it was quite a challenge, but I really enjoyed playing it. And obviously, this thing was really versatile in ground forces as well, when obviously I decided to drag it into ground forces a bit. So let's go over the plane. So obviously, we've got the gun pod, which I've already mentioned, and let's go over the engines briefly. The engines aren't the most powerful. They're a tad different from the Yak-4, which is not that big of a deal. But you do feel a bit of power loss, especially when obviously overheat and all that. And when you get to high altitude is when you'll start to feel it. But obviously, if we had the engines from the Yak-4, this thing would be a bit ridiculous, is all I'll say. Now, we also have a distinct advantage. We are armed with also a bomb bay, which is why I've put the four 100-kilogram bombs in it. You have to unlock them, of course, if you're going down the line, but to be honest, we shouldn't be too worried about that because, well, the bombs are in the bomb bay. They really don't affect the plane's performance all that much, even though it says rate of climb minus 527. And yeah. But to be honest, let's see what it can do because I haven't flown this thing in about 2 years since it came out. And to be honest, I've missed flying it. I've really missed flying it. I'll have to. Sorry, that's my phone going off because don't worry about it. But where are we? Yak-2 KABB. Here we are. 48 air kills, 14 deaths, 67, sorry, ground targets, and 2 ships. I don't remember the ships. They're probably cargo, to be honest, but even so. But yeah, I really had a lot of fun, like, spading this thing when it came out. The Yak-4 I despised. The Yak-4 is crap, and even though it's got a bomb sight now, so you can actually bomb from high altitude like it should be able to, it doesn't make a difference because it's crap. It doesn't have a like the defensive gun's useless, the front gun's useless, and the bomb load is not enough to kill a base. So congratulations. But anyway, I'll see you all in the battle. Well, that took a bit of time. Let's just say that. I bet we're gonna get full up tier now because, well, Gaijin. And obviously, with this thing being at 2.3, that is probably going to happen anyway. But yeah, I haven't seen a KABB 2 in the skies for quite some time. Is there something I need to know about it or something? Like, I used to love this thing, and I still probably would if I get back into it, to be honest. But yeah, I've been warned apparently there's some sort of bug with the I-16. Don't know where I've heard that from, but if anyone would like to clarify, please do let me know, because apparently there's a bug with it. Not too sure. I forgot how loud this thing is, hold on. Yeah, that'll do. Right, we'll go on the team. IL2. It's pretty much a full up tier. We're up against the Swedish. Hooray, and of which we're gonna get our ass kicked. Yeah, it's full up tier. There's a Yak LA5F. That's fine, no, but you can see what I mean by the freaking climb rate. Like, this thing just goes. But But obviously our bombs are stored in a rear-mounted bomb base, so you've got to get used to that. Obviously the bombs are mounted in the rear, similar to a Yak-9B. And I love the Yak-9B because like people don't expect a Yak fighter to have freaking bombs in it. So all you do is you dive down on them with 4 100-kilo bombs and just blow their heads off. It's really fun. Some of these Russian planes, they are really fun. Right. I don't see any enemy bombers yet, but obviously guidance spotting system is wunderbar. Not. Yeah, we'll just have to see, but obviously we've got armoured targets in the 20s. I think we got, is it tracers? Yeah, I thought I'd load the tracers. In the 7.62s, I mean, 7.62s are flamethrowers no matter what you load into them, really, so... I mean, default can be a bit icky, but you get the idea. Yeah, no enemy bombers so far. Either they're diving down onto the deck, or they don't really have any enemy bombers. We'll have to see. This is quite a big map, so obviously we might have to wait a bit longer before we start seeing any enemy aircraft. Yeah, last time I flew the Yak-2 KABB would have been... would have been about 20... Well, it would have been about a month after I'd spaded it when it came out, so... What's this get? Who made this Russia bitch? What? Okay. Okay, looks like we have got a bomber up here, who just immediately booked it to the left-hand side. A Russian. I mean, that is a valid answer. Oh, that's a B-18. Oh, God. And that'll be a B, because it doesn't have the A designation. As much as I don't want to engage it, we kind of have to. Surprisingly, he's been a bit... What's this guy doing? In the DB3? What is he doing? Okay. Right, well the B-18 is just going to outrun us at this altitude, so I'm not even going to bother chasing it. That guy can chase it all he likes, for as far as I can care. I know a B-18 is fast as fuck at high altitude, so I'm not even going to bother. Honestly, what is that DB3 doing? Just keeping an eye out right now, because that DB3 is getting lower and lower. Which is a blessing and a curse for me, because, well, I want to escort that bomber. But if he's going to go low like a moron, I'm not going to escort him. J21, that's quite important. Let's go for the IL-4. We could soon make the clean up on IL-4 joke. Let's go and have a look what's down here. And the DB3 is being dove on by 3 enemy fighters. Well, that's a bad day in the office for you, isn't it, buddy? I mean, we can try and help him, but I mean, he looks to be already on fire. Yeah, he's just disintegrated. Jesus. I mean, to be fair, he shouldn't have even lost his altitude in the first place. He had no reason to. Oh, what's this? Hurricane. Okay, I'll take the Hurricane. Lovely. First kill. That's the thing though about this thing. You've got the guns to rip anything apart. This is actually quite an old bird. It's not as old as some of the other birds at this BR, but it's still quite an old bird. That buffalo's coming back for me, isn't he? Nope, my team's intercepting him. Good. Good kill, good kill. Right, this was a J21, I think it was? Yeah. See, I'm half awake, because I've had a very long, boring day. Well, not very long, I should say. just in general, a boring day at college, because, well, boring tutor. Oh, that is gorgeous. Really, dude? Leave it. It's on fire. That thing is dead. That thing is dead. And I know the way. There you go. I know my memes, alright. I'm not I'm not fully down with the kids, as they would say, but even so, I mean, some people would still consider me a kid at my age, but even so, the point still stands. I'm still sort of down with the kids. I'm not really, because like people still say fan, and I still don't get why people say that, because that used to be around when I was 8. That gives you an idea. Oh, hello. What are you doing down here, ground pounding my units? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give you a ticket for this in the form of Soviet Russia. It's time for you to go Gulag. I mean, why are you down here in the first place in a J-21? It's time for Gulag, comrade. Gulag sends your engine to... In fact, no. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on, let me rephrase. I send you to Gulag via your engine. Your engine will carry you to Gulag, even though it is on fire. That's better. There we go. Kill number 3. Lovely jubbly. Oh god, no, the B-18's coming back. No. Mr. B-18, I don't want to play with you. Trust me, I know what that thing can do. I don't want to play with it. Well, let's go for a cheeky reclimb, see if we can get some altitude. Well, Spitfire's coming my way. But so is that Yak-1. Yak-1, could you please delete him? Okay, don't delete him and I'll have to deal with him. I mean, the Spitfire at least saw him coming, so... Nope, I'm not going to risk that, because I know this thing locks up a bit. Right, P-36 is coming my way. Critical. Not sure what I crit. Oh yeah, I forgot to remove the landing flap. They removed the combat flaps. God, that thing fucking turns, don't it? Store, you bastard! I don't know what I crit, but I should have crit a wing in that head-on. Thank God I've got 2 engines, like, jeez! I thought I crit his wing or something, like, he was pulling like a fucking train! Crit on him. I don't know why my team are targeting the Hawk and not the Spitfire, because I deemed the Hawk to be secondary to the Spitfire. And here comes another Spitfire, oh boy. I've seen that guy before, funnily enough, that Battler Britain guy. Come on. You go Gulag. Thank you. And you go Gulag. Gulag time. That's an ace. Great job. One guy left. Not sure where he is. Is he alive? Yeah, he is. You go Gulag, comrade. We are out of cannon ammunition though, so we're gonna have to take that into account. But we still have our bombs, so we can go for some ground targets. Still not a bad result. I mean, much better than the J20, well, not J21. I've got it in my mind now. J1N1. Because obviously, because that son of a bitch murdering our ground targets, we're now gonna have to go for their ground targets. But I'm gonna target the pillbox from my bomb bay. Why don't I just shut it? I'm a twat. But yeah, pretty good result so far. But obviously, I'm not in this to win this, but I would like to win this battle. But even so, I'm not really in it to win it for most situations anyway, because obviously I don't need to spade this plane. I'm only doing it for a subscriber request, so winning is not that big a deal to me. Really? Okay. That should have killed it. 2 100s is generally enough. Right, that one will probably not do it. Yep. God, pillboxes are still bugged as fuck. If I had the 20s left, I would be ripping these guys apart, but I don't have the 20s left. Alright, does that one do it? Thank you, jeez. Let's head back to base. Well, it's a relatively long flight, so I will see you all, well, when we're back in the air. Well, you joined me back, not at the airfield. The last guy has just been spotted, so I thought, I'm not that far away from him. The P-39K could probably use a hand. So I thought, fuck it, might as well go for it. That guy's just putting chat, suka bliet, or whatever. I mean, I'm on an ace, so I'm not gonna take it if I can avoid it, but let's just see if the P-39K can actually do something, because he's actually done nothing this whole game, which is surprising for that aircraft. P-39K is a great aircraft. Yeah, that Spitfire pilot, looking at his stat card, he's not. He seems to be a smurfer, like a wannabe smurfer, but is sucking so bad at smurfing, it's almost embarrassing. Yeah, I won't be able to catch up to him before the P-39 or the Yak does, but I thought there's no point like cutting to the hangar and just being like, oh hey. There's no point. And what actually was that? Was that a pillbox shot at me? I think a pillbox just took a pot shot at me, thinking like it wants to be an anti-aircraft gun or something. Yeah, we're closing in 4 miles, but we're not going to get there in time before that Yak melts him. Or the P-39 that melts him. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this aircraft. Like I said, I forgot it doesn't have combat flaps. Because I thought originally it didn't, like it had combat flaps. But it didn't, it just had landing and I just completely forgot about that. Right, well that's game over. Lovely jubbly. Let's head back to the hangar, chap. Because, well, there's only one Ivan in this aircraft. Yeah, once again, another great result. And let's go into a stall climb. Alternatively, we'll just fly upside down like this. And there goes the engine stalls. So these are carbureted engines. Still, ace of the day. Could have gotten some more ground targets if Gaijin wasn't such a twat with its bloody hitboxes on pillboxes. I mean, I literally had to put it through the freaking post box in order to get that kill, but not that bothered, to be honest. But yeah, great result in the Yak-2 KABB. Once again, it's just one of those planes that I've always enjoyed. Like, I remember the old days of flying this thing because it was so bloody good for what it was. And well, today's battle proved it. And obviously, we got to send some people to the Gulag, which is always nice. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Obviously, the next ones are going to be the Type 18, which is also part of the Talisman series. So I'm going to put that under the Talisman series title, but I'm going to mention in the video that it's a subscriber request as well. And then we're going to go on to the RA 2001. But anyway, I'll see you all on the next one.